Hey folks, JD here, and today we're back out with the X6, the JJRC Aircus. I like this little thing. Do you know what? This is a proper little phantom, this is. If only the camera was better, that's my only criticism so far with this. It reminds me a lot of the Phantom 4, clearly, and also the JJRC CX20 from about 4 or 5 years ago. That lovely little GPS drone, well, it wasn't little, that lovely GPS drone that kind of, that was made by JJRC and that kind of took on the Phantoms. That was a lovely quad, that was. And today we are going to be back out as part of the RC Revisit Week. We are going to be flying this particular quad again on this beautiful day that we have. Now, if you haven't seen the rest of these videos and you want to, you'll find all the links in the description, and the same for all the videos, all of this week, and all the videos from the past X amount of years. All the links are in the description should you want to check out either the product in a bit more detail if I've missed something, or if there's a question that you haven't had answered, or if you just want to look at all the videos I've made of this particular quadcopter. Right then, so today I thought we would have a really nice little flight. First of all, what I'm going to put it on low speed, because I want that battery to last as long as I possibly can, because it's such a nice day. I want to see exactly how well, with as much light as we can possibly get into that sensor, into that lens, exactly how nice we can make this video. If we can, you know, see if we can get some really nice quality video from it. The camera isn't great, and that's exactly what lets this quad down. From a flight perspective, beautiful brushless motors, really nice weight to it as well, nice flying weight as well. It doesn't feel as if it's just going to skip off, you know, in front of you. It's nicely weighted. It really does perform very well. The battery life is pretty damn good as well. Every single thing about this quad has been seriously thought out, I think. And then you have the camera. The camera and the gimbal, I think it's just JJRC's first attempt. If it's not their first attempt, it certainly feels like their first attempt, where they are trying to find a quadcopter and trying to find a camera and a gimbal that just works for them. Now, there is no reason for this price point why you couldn't have a camera as good as the Hubsan Zeno, I think, because with the 3 batteries, this particular quad comes in at about £230. So that is quite a high-end price for a toy-grade quad. Now, what I like about that price is that you are going to find that this quad is made quite nicely. Well, actually, I'm going to say very well. You can't see the plastic joins very well. I think the actual build quality is very good. The plastic is in that sort of nice mid-range bracket where it's not too thin and plasticky, but at the same time it's not too thick and makes you think that you're just adding weight for the sake of it. I also think that the flight of this quad is very nice. I mean, now I'm on low speed, so I'm just cruising about the field, just seeing exactly what I can do with this quad. And you know what? It's just fantastic. It is just absolutely lovely. And I'm not pushing it under any circumstances. I mean, my max speed is 2 kilometers an hour. That shows you, and I'm getting that from this transmitted telemetry screen here. And that's another thing. This telemetry screen, my God, it's good. It's brilliant. It gives you all the information you could ever want. Okay, condensed into a small screen, but still, it offers you up that information, and I like that. So you have height on there, you have distance, you have speed, you have whether you're in high or low mode, you have your battery percentage, you have your transmission percentage as well. It's just brilliant. It gives you all the information that you could ever want when you're flying. I certainly think, anyway. Right. So you get a nice bit of distance out of this quad as well. That's the great thing about it, is that this is JJRC wanted to make something, I think, that just stood out a little bit more than some of the other quads which are out there currently, and I think they've actually managed to achieve that quite well, because this particular quad is very good at distance. I mean, I've had, what have I had, 250, 300, no, about 220 I believe with this, straight through the clearing and then a little bit further, and I'm very happy with the distance I had out of it. I think that is very good, and I had full FPV as well, so I could see exactly what was going on. Now, we got a lot of harsh shadows here today because the sun is just coming up. It's stupid o'clock in the morning, and I thought this is the best time to fly. Look at this lovely cloud formation in front as well. Beautiful, really nice. Now, if we step on the gas a little bit, this is again still in low mode, but now we're rocking 4 kilometers an hour, so we've doubled our speed, and now we can cover some ground. I mean, I just love this quad. I just think it's a really, really great flying quadcopter. I really do. And, you know, yes, okay, I've picked holes in the camera, I've picked holes in the gimbal to a certain extent. We've also seen the gimbal move separately on its own to know that it is actually doing its job. We've looked at the app, we've looked at the photo, video, we've looked at everything, I think, as much as I possibly can look at. And, you know what I mean, I still think this is a great quad. I still think that price is a bit too high, though, for what it is. You should have had a camera on there that rivaled the Hubsan, the Xeno. If they did that, can you imagine? That would have been brilliant. I think that would have actually been a game changer for JJRC if that was the case. You'd have people lining up to buy it. I mean, now you've got yourself a great flyer, and do you know what? I'm so happy to fly this, but I just know, no matter how good that video looks on my FPV screen on my iPhone, that as soon as when I go home and I blow that video up, it isn't going to look as good. And that's a real shame. That is a real shame. But yeah, like flying wise, just amazing. And return to home as well was pretty accurate. She came back and landed, you know, I think it was, I think, because I do a couple of tests of that just to make sure that, you know, we're not getting just one reading and sticking with that. I think the first reading, I think, was about 3.5, 4 foot away from where I took off. And then the second one then I think was closer, if memory serves. But I might be wrong because it has been a few weeks since I filmed that. But yeah, you can always check it out. As I say, links are in the description should you want to find out more and have a little look at the other videos I've made so you can see it all in sort of in order. But yeah, all in all, I really like this. I think it's a lovely little quad, which is put off badly by the camera, which is a crying shame, an absolute crying shame. But oh yeah, she flies like a dream. And then you kick her into high mode and then things just go a little bit more berserk then. Not very much so. You can easily double your speed again, so from 4 kilometers an hour up as far as 8 then. But it's nice. I mean, that gimbal does do its job, you know, maybe not as efficiently as some others, but you've got to remember maybe the motor inside the gimbal isn't up to scratch. Maybe the parts used aren't as good as what you have with the 2-axis gimbal or the DJI kit. But at the same time, you know, they've come to market with something, and actually I'm really glad that they have. Because I often find that I pick a lot of holes in some of these quads, and often think to myself, well, maybe that shouldn't have come to market, or maybe they should have waited. But whereas with this, I think to myself, do you know what? They've actually done something which is pretty good, and I'm very proud to own one of these. I really am. I think it's a lovely quad, and I'm just ripping it round the field, and it's ripping round without there being any issue whatsoever. Just go in, and it's just great. I just really like it. Just think it's a great quad. But yeah, there we go. That's brilliant. So I'm going to head out now, a bit more height, head out a little bit more. How are we looking battery wise? Battery wise, we're looking pretty good. We're about, yeah, 35% left. So I'm just going to get a little bit more distance out of her, not much, and then I'm going to turn her around then and bring her back home. So there we are. Let's turn her around. Let's bring her back. I mean, it's just so nice to fly. So nice to fly. And then bring her back around again. It's just really nice. I mean, she's currently sitting at about 14.7 meters height and distance wise, just coming over my head. And I'm going to see if I can get a cheeky another little pass of her just before that battery goes down too much. I mean, you can fly it in low mode. I think that's fast enough, to be honest, and then you're going to maximize your battery life as much as you possibly can. Yeah, there she is, and she's got great air presence as well, really has. So I'm bringing her down, stop her quite harshly, the air brakes really kick in well, turn her around, and then if I just bring her down to me a little bit, sounds like a bag of angry wasps. There we are, there she is. Let's just have a little look at her. There we are. Really nice against that blue. Really stands out against that blue. You know. And she does extremely well. She really does extremely well. I like that a lot. I really do like that a lot. I think that's a wonderful quad. Alright, my friends, you know what? I am going to leave that there. it just landed. There we go. Thank you ever so much for watching and listening, my friends. I've been JD, you've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe and ring that bell too. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.